What's going on, everybody? It's Rick from Garden with Bar Chuckin'. We have a bunch of leaves today, so what we're going to do is fortify the raised garden bed. We're going to actually remove the top layer of soil so we can see how the hugelkultur bed's looking, see how that wood's breaking down, and then we're going to add a bunch of leaves back to the bottom and then add the soil back to the top. So we'll go ahead and add vital nutrients and minerals back into our garden bed. I'm going to insert a picture now so you can see how these beds looked about a year and a half ago. And then now you can see this level, it's dropped a good foot in a year and a half in volume. So now we're going to have to go ahead and add this material to help bring this soil back up. This is going to go ahead and add more nutrients back into our garden bed so we can continue to grow great vegetables. First, we're going to go ahead and remove this top layer. It's just basically dead debris from the growing season. I want to get that off so I can get down to the soil. Then I'll dig out the soil so we can look at the hugelkultur bed, see how the wood chunks are doing. Then we're going to add all this debris back in with the leaves before we put the soil back on top. There was about 3 inches of pine needles on this bed, and then also all the old tomato and my old oregano plant. So we got that out. Now I'm going to dig down and see, because when we originally created this bed, we were sticking long limbs in here to help break down and absorb moisture and slowly rot away over time. So it'll be a great time to dive in and actually see how the wood's breaking down. We were able to dig down, and here's a piece of wood that was at the bottom. You can see it's still kind of firm, but like that piece there is starting to break down, and this is essentially going to cause like a nice sponge to hold and absorb the water. Oh, here's some fungus that's helping to break down this wood. Oops, got my shirt dirty. But yeah, so this is great. So this is exactly what we wanted. Put this wood down there, allow it to start breaking down to hold and absorb moisture, and it didn't cost us anything extra to help fill this bed. What we did was we emptied out half of the bin, moved it over, so that we didn't have to keep moving it outside of the garden bed. Now we're going to go ahead and start adding these leaves. I'm hoping to get at least 4 or so bags in the bottom again, and then start covering it back up, and then move this other material over to this side and do the same thing. Just keep repeating the process. So we added our 4 bags of leaves, some of the mulch material that was on top and the old plants, and then half a bin of compost. Now we're going to go ahead and start covering this back up with the soil that was already in the garden. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so that was a great effort. We got about 8 bags of chopped up leaves in here, and then we re-topped it with the top layer of garden soil. I still have a few more bags or some totes of soil to add to this to top it the rest of the way off, but this is a huge jump start for me come next growing season. And now we're about to do the bed where you're at, but I'm not going to bring you along for that. I will show you a video or some pictures at the end of how it looks. Don't forget, let me know what you think, how the beds look. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe so you can come join me and see the vegetables that I grow throughout the year. Okay, so here's what we were able to get done. We got around 8 bags of leaves in both garden beds, and now I'm just going ahead and watering in. As I said before, I will still need to add either a few bags or totes worth of soil to the top of this, and I also have compost that I'll be adding in the spring to help this bed get ready to pump out a lot of great vegetables. This is after a couple days worth of settling, and I got a bunch of mushroom compost, the substrate, today. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a bunch to this right now and see how close to the top I can get it. Okay, so there it is now. I'm about 1 27-gallon tote short, right about in there. And that's what I ended up taking up to the mushroom place. 27-gallon totes. I think these are 18s. And then those two together are about 27 gallons. So we got some rain coming tonight into tomorrow. And I wanted to get it in here before the rain came so I can see how it all settles together. And then I still have this bed to do, this one, and then that one has the garlic in it. So there it is, 3 trips at about 117 gallons per trip worth of mushroom substrate / compost. I just added that all to the top. I just have to figure out now if I want to just leave it like that, maybe incorporate one bed, mix it up with the soil that was down below, leave the other on top like a mulch. And then I still just need to add a bunch of leaves to the top of this, hopefully cover it with some black plastic or fabric, and just let it rest until the springtime. Thanks for coming along, checking out the video. Everybody have a great day.